Well, even Chris Hemsworth has to finally admit what everyone already knew, that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is heading down the wrong path, and even he can't ignore it anymore. I like Chris Hemsworth. He seems like a great guy, and I think he's been phenomenal in the role of Thor. Although I didn't see Thor Love and Thunder. I had no interest to watch the movie, and Christian Bale is my favorite actor, and having him in a movie and me actively not wanting to go see it, especially a high-profile movie like this, speaks volumes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But one of the criticisms about Thor Love and Thunder was just how ridiculous it was and how they destroyed the character of Thor. That has been a consistent criticism. I've seen a lot of the clips of this movie, and it looks like they destroyed him outright. And it seems like Chris Hemsworth is very aware of that, and he's not too happy. Here it says Chris Hemsworth breaks silence on Thor 4's disappointing reviews. Also, Chris Hemsworth thinks Thor 4 was too silly, wants to do some other stuff for a while. So even he is done with it. He's done. Chris Hemsworth has revealed that he believes the 2022 entry into the Thor franchise, Thor Love and Thunder, may have been too silly, and now he wants to do some other things for a while. In a new profile by GQ, Hemsworth opened up about the movie, alluding to critics' complaints that the humor was too saturated and the plot was not compelling enough. I think we just had too much fun. He said, it just became too silly. It's always hard being in the center of it and having any real perspective. You just don't know how people are going to respond. Even Hemsworth's children and their friends have become critics. It's a bunch of 8-year-olds critiquing my film, the 39-year-old actor explained. We thought this one had too much humor. The action was cool, but the VFX weren't as good. I cringe and laugh equally at it. He added that he's always open to reprising the role if there's something new for the character, but in the meantime, I really want to do some other stuff for a while. In the profile, Hemsworth also opened up about the commentary regarding Marvel movies from cinematic giants like Martin Scorsese, who once deemed the films not cinema, and Quentin Tarantino, who claimed that Marvel actors are not true stars. That's super depressing when I hear that, Hemsworth said. There goes two of my heroes I won't work with. I guess they're not a fan of me. I do hate to hear that because, again, I like Chris Hemsworth a lot, and I think he's a really good guy. And he could be in some really good films if we had the right creative direction. But clearly, it's just ridiculous how far the Marvel Cinematic Universe has fallen. Look how Thor was treated in the first Thor movie. And even going into the Dark World, which at the time I wasn't the biggest fan of the Dark World, you go back and look at the Dark World now, and it's almost a damn masterpiece compared to where they ultimately took this character. And it's not just specific to Thor. I mean, Thor Love and Thunder should have made $1 billion. It should have made a lot more than $1 billion. But they destroyed it. Taika Waititi does not care about these characters. He doesn't care about your fandom. He's admitted that as much. And the wide criticism of this movie was exactly what Chris Hemsworth was saying right here. The backlash against the Marvel Cinematic Universe is pretty bad. The only thing that has really overcome the Marvel Cinematic Universe bad aura that it has is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It had a slow start based on films like Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder opened up to a huge opening weekend. Doctor Strange opened up to a huge opening weekend, and they both fell off a cliff. Whereas Guardians opened up weaker than normal, a lot weaker than people anticipated, but because the movie, in my opinion, was great, and a lot of people seem to feel that way as well, and the word of mouth has carried this movie to have legs, unlike those films that I just mentioned, even though they had massively bigger opening weekends. So the MCU continuing to fall apart right before our very eyes, and you can sit there and act like this isn't happening, but it is. And we have been calling it out. Once again, the fans continue to be right. The fans are always right. The fans are always ahead of the curve. And this is just another example of that. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.